ASMR Gaming News.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, wow, what a crazy week for video games. There's a lot of news to talk about, so let's just jump right in. Let's see, where do we start here? So Nintendo has announced a special Nintendo Direct for June, and they also said that they will be showing at a later date, so not at this Direct, but at a later date, they plan to reveal the successor for the Nintendo Switch. So this is like one of the first times where Nintendo has actually referenced the system that they will be releasing after the Switch. And next month we're gonna have a Nintendo Direct for some games, but no announcement for the next Switch. People are saying that Nintendo might wait until possibly the end of the summer, possibly autumn or something. But yeah, we are getting closer and closer to a new announcement about the future of Nintendo and the Switch 2. So I can't wait to hear about that. They also said that it will be before, I think like spring 2025. So between now and spring next year, they plan on announcing it. So in the next few months, it's gonna happen. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? Okay, so we got some crazy video game news this week. A lot of angry gamers out in full force this week. So first, let's talk about the Xbox drama controversy that's been going on. So, for those that don't know, Xbox slash Microsoft, they bought a lot of video game companies in the last year. Like, they bought, Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, and that's just a few. And there's many, many other ones they bought. So they own a lot of video game companies. And this past week, they did something that made a lot of people mad. So last year, a game came out called Hi-Fi Rush. It's a game made by the studio, I think it's called Tango Gameworks or Tango Works. Tango Gameworks, and super talented developers. The founder of the company is Shinji Mikami, and he is basically like the creator, like the Resident Evil series and a lot of other games. So he knows how to make amazing games. So they made Hi-Fi Rush. It came out on Xbox. It blew up. Everybody was praising this game, giving it super high review scores. It won a lot of awards at the Game Awards, and it also made a lot of money. And every single time people would ask Phil Spencer, president of Xbox, and other people, they would say, oh yeah, that game did very well for us. We're very proud of this game. Well, fast forward to this last week, and Microsoft, or should I say Xbox, they shut down the company and they fired everybody. And people are absolutely going crazy about this, like super angry, because not only did this game sell very well, get a ton of awards, but people actually liked this game and they wanted more. And this just continues the trend of Xbox closing down studios that they buy, and the fans just didn't have it anymore. They were very angry. So there have been all types of like petitions. People have been like review bombing the game. People got so angry that they started like sending like nukes in Fallout 76 to Phil Spencer, who's the kind of a CEO of Xbox. They started sending nukes in Fallout 76 to Phil Spencer's camp in the game, and he plays a lot of of Fallout 76, so a lot of players that are angry about this have been just nuking his campsite over and over and over again. And there have been a lot of other like petty things that have been going on this past week just because people are very angry. And it's not just Tango Gameworks, oh no. It was a bunch of other studios as well, including Arcane. Now, Arcane is the studio that made Redfall that came out last year. I'm not sure if any of you remember this game. It came out. It was the broken and glitchy like vampire game that came out. It was like a co-op vampire shooter that came out. It was broken and it was not really ready to be released. So the developer for that, apologized, and they were working on updates to make that game better. And yeah, their studio was shut down completely by Xbox as well. And then there's like a list of just a bunch of other companies, and it's not just, these two. A few months ago, I think like a month or two ago, Microsoft also shut down some other video game companies that they bought. So people started digging up interviews from like previous things that Phil Spencer and Xbox, people have mentioned like, oh, we are looking to make the best games. We're trying to, get teams that can make good games for us. We really care about the Xbox community. And then they're like showing like the contrast right now where they're like, oh yeah, well, this game sold very well, but we're gonna fire everybody, and we don't care. So it has been a terrible time this past week to be an Xbox fan. A lot of people very mad at Xbox. People have been sending emails just saying that they're canceling their Game Pass subscription, and it is very strange, I have to say. Just like as a person that likes video games, it is very strange to like fire everybody from the only studio that won like Game of the Year in certain game categories last year, just for like no reason. Like, if a game does well and the company did well, why are you firing everybody, And Microsoft has a ton of money, which is also very strange. Like, it's not like they need the money. So yeah, it's just a really terrible situation. A lot of people are mad about this, and Microsoft, they had to like send out some of their people to talk to journalists and try to calm everything down. But even in these recent interviews they've been doing, it's pretty much been terrible as well. Like, they're talking about, oh, we had to do this for like the future, and don't worry, we still care about good games. But at this point, people are just like frustrated with what's going on, and they need some answers is what I think they want. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you're an Xbox fan. Like, what are your thoughts on this entire situation of them shutting down game studios for Xbox and firing everybody with no notice? Like, people just went to work and they're like, hey, we're shutting down, you guys can leave, bye. Like, can you imagine? Like, what in the world? That is crazy. Next, we have other crazy gaming news this week as well. This week is the week of like absolutely insane video game news. So apparently the super popular game Helldivers 2, it was doing very, very well. For those of you that know, the game is on PC and PlayStation. Well, in the last week, they updated the terms of service or terms of use for the PC version, and they basically said like, hey, starting like this week, we're gonna make it so the only way you can play Helldivers 2 on PC is if you have a PlayStation account. Even if you bought the game, even if you were already playing online, you're not going to be able to play anymore unless you have a PlayStation Network account. And you might think, okay, just make a PlayStation Network account, okay. Well, here's the thing. PlayStation Network accounts only exist for like a handful of countries. There are many countries all over the world that don't have PlayStation accounts. So the Steam version or the PC version of Helldivers 2 was sold worldwide. So people all over the world bought this game. So when PlayStation kind of forced this requirement, a lot of people that live in other countries, in Asia, in Africa, Central South America, they just got kicked from the game, and they can't even create a PlayStation Network account because PlayStation does not let you create accounts if you're like not in Europe or North America. Like they have like very, very few countries. And there's like a list that started circulating of like 50, 40 countries that you just can't play Helldivers 2 in now. And the community just got furious about this because they said it was kind of like lying to the fans, making them buy the game, and then saying, hey, well, starting now, if you want to play, you gotta create an account. And if you can't, well, you're not gonna be able to play. So like thousands of people just couldn't play the game anymore. And even if they wanted to sign up, they lived in a country that didn't have that, ability. So people started petitions, people started contacting PlayStation developers, PlayStation actual high CEO people on Twitter, tagging them. People started going to the Helldivers 2 community, trying to contact the game developers. People started review bombing the game on Steam, giving it the lowest reviews of any video game this year on Steam. They crashed the website or the Steam store for a second, apparently, because so many people were leaving low reviews. And then finally, after all of this, Sony came out and said, oh yeah, we're sorry, we didn't know this would be such a big deal. We are still learning about PC gaming, and we are removing this requirement. And everybody went crazy. Everyone's super happy now. And yeah, Helldivers 2 is back on PC. Everything is perfect. So I'm glad that situation turned out alright. But a lot of people were talking about that this week. It was a very, very big deal. And honestly, it kind of made me mad too, because the last thing I like is when I buy a game and then the game a month later is hey, even though you bought this game, if you want to play it, you gotta pay money, you gotta sign up for something. And it's why? Just let me play. So it is a little bit annoying, so I totally get that. Also, the fact that people bought the game and then they couldn't refund it because, it's been out for a month or something. And then they couldn't even, access anything about the game. That would have made me furious. So, completely understand people being mad about that situation. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think of that in the comments. Have you played Helldivers 2? Let me know what you think of it. I actually want to try out this game. It seems like a lot of fun. Next, we have a rumor about the next Tomb Raider game. So this sounds super interesting. So the next Tomb Raider game is said, or at least is rumored, to be in an open world setting. So kind of think of big open world map, maybe a GTA style game, Red Dead Redemption, not that big, but still a large area to explore. And the setting, this is interesting. They said the setting for Tomb Raider, the next game, might be in India. So that's actually super interesting. I would love to see a modern Tomb Raider game where you're in India exploring. There's so many cool locations that, Lara could visit. So would absolutely love that to be a new setting for a Tomb Raider game. Let's see, what else do we got here? Just going through all the big news, the Nintendo Museum is now officially complete, and they are scheduled to open it to the public in fall. So for those that don't know, Nintendo has been working very, very hard to finish a Nintendo Museum, which kind of showcases their entire history of their company. And it looks really nice. I love, going to museums, especially for fun things. So, yeah, if I ever get the chance, I would love to visit the Nintendo Museum once it opens. I'm sure they're going to be talking about, all the toys Nintendo made before, they created video game stuff. So that would be super interesting. So, yeah, they made that as a place that Nintendo fans from all over the world can visit and kind of experience the history of Nintendo as a brand. What else do we got here? Okay, let's go with this. So Hades 2 is now officially available in early access. But yeah, that basically means the game is out. There's gonna be updates and things like that, but yeah, the game is in early access. You can start playing Hades 2 right now. Hades, when it first came out, it won like so many Game of the Year awards. It was absolutely insane. People loved Hades, and now with Hades 2, it seems like the love is right there. Like, all the fans, all the people that I follow, including like GB ASMR, by the way, she's big into Hades from what I remember. GB ASMR was always talking about Hades and playing the game on streams and stuff, so I am sure GB will be playing Hades 2 if it's not already downloaded on, computer. But yeah, I still need to check it out. Looks good. I watched some gameplay. Basically, from what I've heard from fans, if you liked Hades, the original Hades, Hades 2 is pretty much the same, but much better with expanded things. So like, everything has been improved, made slightly better. There's more things. So the game is just full of content, and people are enjoying it. From what I'm hearing, people are really, really enjoying this. So definitely check out Hades 2. Some information came out that this is crazy. So apparently, the amount of money that Nintendo has made during this Nintendo Switch generation is higher than the amount of money Nintendo has made in multiple console generations combined. So just put this into perspective. Imagine like the Nintendo DS, Nintendo Wii, 3DS, and Nintendo Wii U. Imagine the money that Nintendo made from all of those combined, not reaching the amount that they're making right now with just the Switch sales, because apparently there is a number. They haven't officially revealed the full-on number, but we know that they're making a lot of money, more than previous console generations combined. So like, that is crazy. It's basically like, imagine if PlayStation said, oh yeah, we made so much money from the PlayStation 4, it sold better and made us more money than the PS1, PS2, and PS3 combined. That would be crazy, and that's basically what Nintendo is saying right now. So I am sure they have money to last them a very long time. So Nintendo is out here winning. So I'm very happy to see that. We have great news for fans of the Joker. So Mark Hamill, in a teaser trailer for the upcoming re-release of Multiversus, is going to be playing the Joker. Yes, Mark Hamill. You might know him as Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. He does a lot of voice acting, and he's really known for voicing the Joker in a lot of different things. And yeah, he's going to be doing the voice of Joker for the fighting game Multiversus. And this game is supposed to be coming out, I think next month. It's going to be getting re-released. They had to shut it down like a year ago because there were some things wrong and they wanted to fix the game and make it better. So Multiversus is getting relaunched, and Joker apparently is going to be there. So I'm very excited for that, and I will be playing it on the channel, so be on the lookout. And I think that's kind of it for all the big and important news. Let me just see if there is anything else. Okay, maybe there's like a final piece of news here. There is a rumor that Ubisoft is going to be remaking some of their classic Assassin's Creed games, starting with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is the 4th Assassin's Creed game. And the reason for that is, for a lot of fans, it's their favorite. It's an amazing game. Lots of like, a pirate ship, kind of like sea exploration and things, and it's a really good setting for Assassin's Creed, and people really like that game. So it looks like Ubisoft is looking to remake some of their classic games and things, so we might get an announcement soon for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the news this week. Thank you all for listening, for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. So long.